Hello everyone, this is your friendly Dragon Knight wandering around Lazarus City doing whatever the hell he wants, and no one cares because I'm a Dragon Knight. I'm just kidding, it's Matt the Speedstar here, ready to run through some more of the last story. And I'm sporting the dragon armor and dragon greaves. I don't really like the helmet though, so I'm gonna switch that off real quick. Anyway, in the previous episode, we started Chapter 31, The Place of Secrets, and learned that the Outsider is why all this fighting is still going on. Because of the land's decay. It's why Count Argonin and Zangrak are trying to invade each other's land and take it for themselves. But yeah, it turns out that both are suffering from the land's decay, and it's because of the Outsider. And we learned quite a bit from the Sorceress, who told us pretty much everything we needed to know about the Outsider and what needs to be done. But we're not going to be doing that just yet. This episode is pretty much the final cleanup. We're going to get everything pretty much in Lazarus done that we really kind of need to get done before things get locked out, because once we start Chapter 32, that's the point of no return. You're locked out of pretty much everything, and you have to keep going until you finish the story. So, it's finally time to take down those goddamn cave cougars, because I've been putting that off for a long time now. So, let's go in. And there they are, just waiting. Anyway, I wanted to wait until I got the dragon armor and dragon greaves before I took these on, because right now, this is the best armor you can have right now. You could have something like the heavy greaves and heavy armor, but I don't know. These ones work too. Also, I am sporting, if I didn't really show this, I'm sporting the Nameless Nothingness. This is the final version of the Nameless, obtained only by getting a salamander bone once you've upgraded it enough. I managed to get at least 10 wins in Season 2 of the arena, and that's how I got my salamander bone. I could go back and get some more to evolve more weapons, but we will be getting salamander bones around the end of the game. And right now, this one's the best one. Also, I also bought the sniper crossbow. Now I have all 4. And oh, they're where? Crap! Alright, so, let's deal with them. Anyway, I'm using... Oh, jeez! Okay, that was not what I wanted, but anyway, I'm using the Nameless Nothingness because it can pierce their defense, and those cave cougars have a really high defense. And, if I need to, I'm going to switch to the heal elf so I can get my health back when I'm attacking. And considering what happened there, I'm gonna need it! See? Got a good amount of health back. Whoa! You just missed me. Alright, so... 3 cave cougars versus Zale alone. Is Zale gonna rape these guys a new one, or am I gonna become lunch? I think we know the answer to that one. Oh, darn it. I was waiting for Burst Max. Alright, let's get this going. Whoa! Ow! Hey! Come on. Ah! There. Gravity, go after one of them. Try and isolate one of them so that way they can't come after you all at once and then just utterly screw you over. But anyway, I'm gonna be switching between the Heal L and the Nameless Nothingness, because then that way I can at least keep my health up. And... well, that was wasted. So, yeah, let's just go on the offensive, because it looks like I'm gonna be having a bit of trouble. Alright. Actually, no, I don't think I need Accelerate, but a Power Strike would... no, I'll go for the Accelerate.
Here it goes!
Okay, let's go! Let's tear these things a new one! Yeah! Come on! Haha! Look at all that health go down! And that's one of them. One and done. Alright, so every time you kill one of these cave cougars, you will get a Sylph Bowstring. Guaranteed. Alright, there we go. That's one down. Well, here comes a... Oh, I didn't have Gathering active. No wonder. No wonder I'm not getting health back. Okay. Apparently I'm not being a servant here. Looks like I'm... There goes 2 lives. So I've done a recording with this where I've done it without losing a life, period. I kind of wish I could do that again, but, I do need to get this done. Alright, so... As I'm fighting these guys, I might as well explain the treasures over there. There are 3 treasure chests. 2 of them contain the very items I need to upgrade both of Callista's clothing, her ball gown and her dress. The 3rd chest will contain a Guardian Blade or a very rare chance at a really rare item. I don't quite remember what it is, but I think according to the wiki, if I did not get the Heart of the Outsider at the beginning of the game, that chest might have a very rare chance of having one of those. I don't totally know. But I want the Guardian Blade because that way I have 2 Guardian Blades and then I can just give them to Serin. And just make her so powerful with the criticals that anything in her way is gonna get utterly screwed. Okay. Come on. I need to get it. Yeah, I need to get some... oh man, if I get hit again, I'm gonna lose another life, so... Switching to the heal L. Oh yeah, I also got a Blade plus 5 off screen as well. I got that in the Sea Cave, oddly enough. And coincidentally enough, I got it in a chest after I defeated a whole bunch of cave cougars. Of course, I had a party with me that time, and I had Mirania as well, so... I had more of an advantage. But I still had about as hard a time. Alright. Alright, this one's just about to die. Come on. Ah! You know, good strategy, of course, is to isolate these guys, but if you can get one of them stuck in the water, makes things a lot easier. But thankfully, there's one left, so I can get a little more aggressive. See, he's just about to die. And there we go. Pierce that defense, get the last stealth bowstring, and we are done. We don't have to do this ever again. Can if you want to get some stealth bowstrings, but honestly, it's easier to get them from a chest in the Sea Cave, because that's where I got the Blade plus 5, but you're guaranteed 2 stealth bowstrings in the Sea Cave. Who knows, I might show that off in a bonus episode, along with other treasure chests that I haven't gotten, or have not shown that I've gotten, such as ones around Lazarus City. Alright, so upon exiting the bandits' warehouse sewer, we end up at the very same area where we go to start Chapter 24. But we're not gonna do anything around here. We're just gonna clean up what's left of needing to do in Lazarus... can't talk. I'm just gonna get a few things done, and then we're gonna go to Lazarus Castle. Alright, so coming back here, this is something I've been neglecting for a while. I could have done this like any time. Talk to this guy. I'm a comedian. To my mind, there's no prop funnier than a banana skin. What do you think? Well, I could say either one of them, but banana skins are great. You seem like a kind young man. I don't have any bananas on me at the moment. Could you give me one? You can get 50 prank bananas from 1 banana. And I do have a banana. So I'm gonna give it to this guy. That is a high quality banana right there. And 50 prank bananas. And that's just a skin. So you go have your potassium, young man, while I am going to enjoy my prank bananas, which I'm probably going to use for some stuff after I go through the point of no return. Okay, so got that taken care of. That's pretty much the last thing I really need to do. There's a guy here, wants copper, but this is the guy I want to talk to. If you have the knight's attire, you can talk to this guy, and he'll offer to upgrade it. You can if you want, but it's not really kind of pointless, really, considering what I've got. But if you decide to, when you upgrade to +6, you will learn that you need an ancient alloy to upgrade to +7. Ancient alloy is something you're not going to be getting for a long time. And it's honestly not really worth it to upgrade that Knight's Attire, but I will be getting that ancient alloy nonetheless. So, I've pretty much gotten everything I need to get done in Lazarus City that, well, I pretty much got everything that, once I go through the point of no return, is going to be locked out permanently. Spoilers, there won't be some stuff that's permanently locked out after the story. So, with that, let's head to Lazarus Castle. Alright, so, in the library, it is time for story time with Matt the Speedstar. So once we go up to this library globe right here, you talk to that guy. I think I've talked to him before. Any books that are in here are safe. Like, stuff can be stolen from the library, but these ones in here are permanently safe. You can access them at any time by pressing the Y button. So there are a bunch of books here that I have not bothered looking at. Some of these contain spoilers, however. So, if you want to avoid spoilers, you might as well just stop watching and continue with the next episode. But if you want to maybe read these along with me, go right ahead. It's up to you guys. But again, spoilers abound. So, with that, let's start with Argonin and the Sorceress, Chapter 1. It was here on this island that I first met that beautiful sorceress. My search for a way to end the war ravaging the lands led me to the rite of celestial summoning. This rite enabled its user to call a great force from beyond the sky and make its tremendous power their own. And it is said that only the sorceress has ever succeeded in mastering the rite. The sorceress was once an ordinary human being who lived in a remote, nameless village. After being accused of heresy, she resolved to leave her home behind to protect her fellow villagers from those who might seek to persecute her. In the wake of these events, the sorceress made her way to the still unspoiled Lazarus Island to live a life of seclusion, away from the people of the world. It was here that I approached her and proposed to use the rite of celestial summoning to bring an end to the conflict. That moment was the start of all that was to come. Then there's Chapter 2 right here. This will go a little more in-depth to what the sorceress was talking about when we were in the Place of Secrets. As well as this one, too. But we did get more info out of her. This is just, you know, the lore behind it. If you want to read these, go right ahead. But I was just going to read that first one. That's kind of how the first Count Argonin and the sorceress met. But we're going to go to here. History of the Empire. Long ago, before the Empire was founded, this continent was torn by a centuries-long war. Many kingdoms rose only to fail in the constant struggle for dominion. It is told that from amidst this relentless warfare emerged one benevolent king, who established the kingdom that was to become the foundation of our empire. Although it is now difficult to believe, humans and Garak coexist alongside one another in that kingdom. This is something Yorick told us about back in the Garak military base, but he never really elaborated on it. This book, however, does. The humans with their knowledge and wealth, and the Garak with their physical strength and technology, strove together to build a great civilization. However, as time passed, the humans, fearing the technology and strength possessed by the Garak, sought to rule supreme. This evolved into an elitism that was to mark the beginning of the persecution of the Garak. So basically, people got afraid of what the Garak could do, and then they just thought, we need to show these guys who the real masterminds are. So you get the idea. So stuff began. Reigning King did not have the power to halt these social changes, and was ultimately forced to make the decision to banish the Garak and reform the kingdom anew. Of course, through this, he was able to unite the humans and bring further wealth to their civilization. But, you know, he didn't want this. The Reigning King did not want this to happen, but he wasn't able to do anything about it. So thus, they were banished to a land in the far south, while those who had fought to expel the Garak were granted land and status in which became the nobility that we have in the game today. And then, of course, as time went on, as you see down there, they wanted independence, they wanted to be dominant, more war happened, and then it turned into the war that pretty much engulfed Zale's home and pretty much everyone else's homes throughout the Empire. But the war came to an abrupt and unexpected end. The Lord of Lazarus Island, the founder of the Great House of Argonaut, built a weapon more powerful than any seen before or since. In the face of such a threat, the warring factions laid down their arms and sought peaceful negotiations with the Empire. With such a weapon, it would have been a simple task to seize control of the entire continent, yet the Argonaut founder sought only peace. He used the weapon as a deterrent, nothing more, thus securing the stability and prosperity that our empire has enjoyed ever since. So there you go, that's kind of how things led up to how they are today. But there is more to this. I think this one here is the decisive weapon. This might talk about the Lazarus Can. Let's read this one. Hidden within Lazarus Castle is a weapon of paranormal power. It is a decisive weapon that effectively harnesses the outsider's tremendous power to destroy all in its path. A power such as this, capable of obliterating an entire mountain in a single blast, must be used responsibly. It should serve solely as a deterrent for the protection of the Empire. This is pretty much the Lazarus Cannon they're talking about. Now this is spoilers. The Rite of Argonaut. This is kind of what the Sorceress was talking about back in the Place of Secrets. This just elaborates more on it. So right here's where some of the spoilers are coming in. Again, if you want to skip ahead to the end of the video or just wait till the next episode comes out. But if you want spoilers, I'll start with Ancient Magic. There exist 2 spells that can be commanded only by those in whom the blood of Argonaut runs thick, which pretty much in this game means Callista. Because they are intended to protect the awesome power that is the outsider, they may only be invoked in the presence of one who bears the outsider's mark, aka Zale. The first of these spells serves to protect others from harm by surrounding their bodies with magic. Known as Ancient Barrier, also known as Callista's Spirit Attack, this spell can protect its targets from any form of attack. The power to protect one's comrades is a great blessing indeed. I've actually been trying to avoid that because I want to get it within a required battle or something, because I don't want to skip that. Anyway, the second of these spells calls upon the power of a Sentinel Beast, one of the twin dragons charged with the protection of the outsider. You might have seen these guys in my new intro. This is pretty much what they are, but I won't elaborate until we get to that point in the game. However, strict conditions must be met in order to perform the spell. Most notably, the caster must earn the recognition of the Sentinel Beast to be summoned, and it may only be called forth in a situation worthy of doing so. So that the Sentinel Beast shall not be summoned needlessly, use of this power will only be permitted during times of great crisis, in which the human power of the Argonaut family alone is insufficient. Alright, I'll do this one, and then I'll end it here. I guess I could go... Actually, let's go a little more. Guardians, the Will of the Land. This is kind of something we didn't get into, and we didn't learn more of when we did the Mysterious Forest, so let's do this one. Our great land is covered by forests, symbols of life itself. Yet there are few who truly understand the nature of these complex living beings. The root of a forest's trees reach deep below the ground, intertwining with one another to form a vast information network. Basically, nature's version of the internet. I had to. So deeply connected are their lives that it would be no exaggeration to call them one giant organism. Over millennia, the forests developed a consciousness of their own. This manifested as beings known as guardians. It is said that in times of crisis, the guardians will send forth their emissaries to guide humanity and aid them avert the danger, perhaps in human form or in the guise of an animal. As a result of the blight that has plagued our land in recent years, which of course is because of the outsider, many once proud forests have begun to waste away, causing much concern among the people of the land. Where once the guardians were frequently sighted in all parts of the land, in recent years these sightings have steadily declined. There are even some who claim that these beings have died out completely. Again, it is because of the outsider, but this is something that the first Count Arganin did not really know of. And, you know, the Sorceress really regrets not telling him that. Alright, here's the last one now. The Rite of Arganin. This has major spoilers in it, so beware. Here I describe the spell that is the product of my life's work. The Rite of Celestial Liberation. Why can't I talk today? A counterpart to the Rite of Celestial Summoning. The rite can only be performed at a specific place by specific people. It must be conducted by the direct descendants of those who performed the rite of the Celestial Summoning, myself and the Sorceress. Both must be present on Stargazer's Tower where the rite of Celestial Summoning was first performed. This rite will make it possible, for the first time ever, to communicate directly with the outsider. And by direct descendants, they're probably talking about Zale and Callista this time. Which brings to question, who is Zale descended from? Like, is he descended from the Sorceress? Now, that's just a theory of mine, really, but we know who Callista is descended from. Either that, or she could be descended from both the first Count and the Sorceress. It's not a really big surprise. I didn't want to quote the meme right there, but anyway, let's move on. Most important of all is the presence of one who bears the outsider's mark, Zale in this case. It is this mark that makes communication with the outsider possible. No complicated procedures are required in order to perform the rite. It involves simply the holding of hands and the will to reach out to the outsider and make a wish. A wish that the future may be bright, for both the outsider and our world. Okay. I think that's enough reading. We'll read the rest, maybe in a bonus episode around the end of the game. But for now, I'm gonna change out of these and, see if there's anything I might have missed. And if there is, I'll include it in the bonus episode. So, next time on The Last Story, we're going to go see Count Arganin, become a knight, and see what we can do about our marriage to Callista. So, thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like. If you wish to follow along this and my other Let's Plays, click the top right box to subscribe. Any concerns come up, I'll let you guys know on my Twitter. Additional info in the lower left box in the video and down in the description below. This has been Matt the Speedstar, and I'll see you guys next time when we run through some more of The Last Story.